Hello guys and welcome to the Lonely Ladder episode 13. This time it's a special episode because I made a mistake and I didn't record it properly the first time I was actually playing. So we'll have a top-down view and I will be able to explain a little bit more in detail what I'm thinking while I'm playing, because when I'm playing, of course, there's a lot of things I'm not talking about. So there's a lot of questions people have asked me and I haven't really had the time to explain in details why I'm doing X or Y. So I started this episode normally talking about, because I was really thinking I was recording, so I was talking about the compendium. If you guys didn't follow, the compendium just went out for the International 4, and it's a $10 compendium and it gives a lot of bonuses. So for example, you get bonus battle points, experience, and you also get items and goodies as you progress into the levels. So yeah, this compendium is interactive. You can get more levels if you do challenges and finish, for example, the prediction, and also get the predictions right. You get more points, and as you get more points, you get more rewards. So it's really nice. And also the other very interesting thing is the compendium came yesterday or 2 days ago, and we're already at $3 million prize pool. Just so you guys understand, we start at $1.6 million, and last year we went up to $2.8 million in the end. And that is already pretty huge, because every compendium that you buy, it's $2.5. So it's 25% of the money you pay to Valve. And this time, we're I apologize. We're already at 3 million in 2 days. So people have said that we're basically 2 times as many players as last year, but also we have access to Chinese players buying the compendium now. I think last year they couldn't buy it, and I know for a fact that Chinese players are very, very keen on using their money in free-to-play games. So let's go over the game. So in this game, everyone was picking very late. The only guy that I saw pick very early was Visage as well as Clinkz. So when you see Visage and Clinkz and also Tusk, I was saying as a support you are going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble, because Clinkz can easily solo you and find you, with a orchid and then kill you, and Visage can just put the birds on you and you can't do anything because the birds are magic immune. And as a support, usually all your spells, all your damage or the CC come from spells. So you just get worn down by the birds. Lion is actually a good example of this. And then we also have a Vengeful Spirit as well as a Drow Ranger pick for us, as well as a Mirana. So Mirana wanted to go middle in the beginning. We also had Drow Ranger picking very quickly. So we needed an initiator. So Bat Rider was picked for the last guy. The question people often ask me is, why do I go for tangos and not smoke? You may have seen me in previous videos going for 2 set of tangos, so 8 tangos, 1 clarity potion, and the courier, basically. That's pretty much it. That is because I do believe that playing with 8 tangos allow me to really share generously my consumables. So you saw there that I went to give Bat Rider 1 tango, Mirana 2 tangos, but the Mirana tangos were actually coming from Vengeful Spirit, who bought everything. She bought Courier, Wards, as well as Dust of Appearance, and she gave up away her tangos. So my goal there was to be able to sustain Vengeful Spirit as well as Drow Ranger, who only got 1 set of tango each, so they can farm, Drow Ranger can farm safely without any problem. So I also bought Sentry Wards because I thought I would be going against Clinkz, which is not the case. And I bought Smoke of Deceit because I had extra gold. Normally, as I buy a Courier or the Wards, I don't have extra gold for the Smoke of Deceit. That's why I don't buy it. It's not that I don't like the item. The item is pretty good. It's just that I don't feel like it suits my playstyle. I really like to play carefully and only take opportunities if I can get them, and not take opportunities and force the fights. What I feel like Smoke of Deceit does is it forces you to make a move. So here I see that the camp has been blocked. I don't know if it's me being blocking it by mistake, because I don't think this ward here blocked the camp. So I think I blocked it twice by mistake by just running there like an idiot. But in the end, it made me very suspicious, and I planned down the Sentry Ward and I actually found a real ward. So that's good. So here, the reason why we single pull, is because Drow Ranger was saying, okay, we gotta pressure Lich. Lich is a hero that can sacrifice his unit to get experience, but also that means less units to defend the tower. So as you have less units to defend the tower, it means that if you have a huge wave like this, so a single pull, you can easily damage the tower and also dive the Lich if Lich is not careful. Lich, what can he do in a tower dive situation? He can't do anything. He can only use a blast once and then try to run away. But we have one stun, one hex, and then second stun soon coming up. Plus, normally Drow Ranger could have taken silence, but she didn't. So Seer, one stun landing, and this is over because he's not going to be able to do anything. So Drow Ranger does a very good job. See, she shoots once, and then the tower doesn't target her anymore. Same for Vengeful Spirit. She got targeted by the tower, and then she suddenly the tower decided to attack the range creep. That is because she A-clicked the range creep right after attacking the hero, changing the aggro. And this is very important because very often in the lower level, people will try to tower dive and then not pay attention, and then they kill by the tower. And this happens to me quite often too because I'm a little bit of an idiot and I don't pay attention to this. So it seems like Batrider went to the jungle because he's just getting absolutely wrecked on the bottom lane and he just can't do anything. But normally Batrider wants to at least have level 2 when he does this, and the reason is because he wants to have Firefly, otherwise it's going to take ages. So now we are trying to double pull and everything, and I fail at stacking my camp. And the problem about leaving Lich against Drow is that Lich in a 1v1 situation can really wreck everyone because he has infinite mana sustain and he can just spam Frost Blast, which deals a lot of damage. It's 200 damage at level 2. So Drow Ranger, the only thing he can do is just eat tangos and eat the Lich Blast in the face. So you can't really just leave Drow alone and say, okay, well we got the first blood and that's it. She can handle herself. That's not the case. So we have to stay around, at least me or Vengeful Spirit. If they are only 2, I'm not really sure they can kill Lich. Oh, actually they can, because Drow Ranger, for some reason, leveled Frost Arrows and not Silence against the Lich. I'm not really sure why. I actually tell her later in game to level it because I was pretty surprised. I thought she would buy it. So Tusk in the mid lane against the Mirana. We haven't really talked about this, and it's because during the game I wasn't really paying attention to this. We were trying to kill Lich again there, but it didn't work out. I used my Clarity Potion on Vengeful Spirit, and the reason is because I had enough mana for a combo, and Vengeful Spirit didn't have one. So I was like, okay, as well just get my Clarity Potion onto the Vengeful Spirit, and that's that doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have level 4 soon and gonna be able to mana drain creeps. So Drow Ranger, I'm not really sure she's farming well at that point. What I'm doing here is I'm seeing this lane push, and I'm saying, okay, I think we're gonna have to push there and try to catch basically the Lich under his own tower once again. But we didn't get him. He was being very careful this time, and he was moving a lot further away from the tower than the first time, and that's actually quite nice because as an offlaner, you can't expect your tower to protect you from everything. And that is why moving away is very, very nice, because when you see a huge push coming, there's a lot of chance that someone is actually going from behind. So you never want to be caught from behind from there on and then die, because that is pretty bad as a Lich. He's already level 6. So this is the point where I say, okay, Lich is level 6. Guys, let's be very careful, because if we dive at level 6, as I said, at early level, Lich can do anything. He just Frost Blast, and then anything is, he can't do anything else. But tower diving against a level 6 Lich, if he uses Chain Frost, we're pretty much fucked, because we can't run around to avoid the Chain Frost, because there's a tower hitting on us, so it's timed. We really have to move away and kill the Lich and move away as quickly as possible. And if we do that, the Chain Frost is just going to kill us. So at that point, Drow also tell us, oh guys, start pulling and go back to pulling, go back to getting more experience, and here we fuck up the double pull again. So we hear that the bottom tower is taking a lot of damage and just fell. Batrider is having a very bad time. You see that he has nothing. He has boots and bottle. And Mirana right now I don't know how she's doing, but since she didn't really die, we expected her that, against a Tusk, that she was doing okay. So here, to be honest, I was really unsure of what to do. I'm level 3 only, Lich is level 6. I know we can kill him if we can catch him, but the thing is, how do we catch him? I'm not fast enough. Lich has 405 move speed with the Tranquil Boots. I only have 340, so I'm not gonna be able to catch him unless it's by surprise. And here I use the smoke, and I say, okay, let's try to catch the Tusk in the mid lane. And I get the wards as well. So I was saying, okay, I'm gonna be able to ward invisible as well as catch Tusk if he's here, and he is not. I didn't notice Ursa going there, and Ursa, thankfully, Ursa is gonna die. You're gonna see that he's gonna just die from the Roshan. So here Mirana just uses her ultimate, and I'm like, we're not gonna catch anything. It's too obvious. And apparently Lich didn't find this too obvious, so we catch him. The arrow flies in, and we kill him. So the goal here, of course, is to chain CC Lich so he doesn't use his ultimate. So here we see Ursa died. So like, what the fuck? And we are like, okay, so let's check at least the Roshan pit. For some reason, Batrider, he goes around, but he doesn't check it with a Sticky Napalm. So it's kind of like stupid, but he could have used Firefly if he didn't use it. So we see that Roshan is not low at all, so nothing here. Mirana is getting attacked here, and Tusk is following her. So I see that they're both low on HP. I'm coming in. I see that Tusk is taking a little bit of time to decide, and that means he's not going to get the stun. I'm going to be able to get the stun. He's just used the ultimate, but he is very indecisive as to who to hit, and he actually dies without getting any damage done here for that own reason. So by that time, I killed the Tusk. I get a lot of levels. I get mana drain as well. People are saying we have to go and take Roshan, and you know, just check Roshan please, because they aren't sure how low Roshan is at that point. So we check it. Roshan is still pretty high, so we're like, meh, doesn't really matter. I put down the sentry ward just in case, because I was expecting wards there due to the Ursa trying to go for Roshan, but the ward was right here, so outside of the range. So nothing too really happening here at the moment. I'm just trying to see if I can go get back some mana by draining creeps. Top lane, Drow Ranger is farming, but soon she will be telling us, oh guys, I can't do anything against Lich in a 1v1 situation. So at that point, we decide to move back up, because we are like, okay, so Drow Ranger is still our carry, even if the mid lane needs us. If she can't farm, this is not going to be good. So I'm just checking here to see if Batrider is fine. Of course he is, because Firefly can just make you fly above the ice shard. And at that point I also said that Batrider doesn't really know how to play Batrider well. Of course, one reason is because he's really not doing well. You see that he is so far away from Blink Dagger, and he's not doing the farming that he could do in the jungle and everything. And the second reason is because he took no level in Flame Break and 3 level in Firefly, which is not good in my opinion. 2-1-2 build is probably optimal, because of the fact that Flame Break, the level 1 Flame Break does as much disable as the level 4. It's only the damage that changes, and you want to be able to push back someone. So here, as I said, Drow Ranger asked us to come and top lane to help her, and I said, okay, what the hell, you don't have Gust, take Gust please. And she takes it, and we're saying, okay, so we're gonna go on Lich. Lich actually will die from the gank before we actually get there. So we see that we can't tower dive like this, it's too obvious. So what happened is Lich just got melted away before he can even go out of stun, and we just start pushing. And at that point we see, because of that ward, we see 2 people coming up, but we see that he's going back middle. So we're like, okay, they're going on mid, we have to push. We can push because we have Aura from Drow, Aura from Vengeful Spirit, and we have plus 65 damage on Mirana. In the meantime, this guy's getting dived, but it's a Batrider. You don't dive a Batrider inside the trees, because, I mean, what are you gonna do? He just goes there. So I see here that he's still, you know, under heavy assault, so I just TP in. I'm saying, like, in case they turn around, we may be able to get a kill. So in the meantime, we take the top tower, because as I said, the Aura is just too strong. I see Clinkz actually coming in from the sentry ward. I turn around, I try to stun him, I can't get in time. And here I'm like, oh wait, what the hell? I don't see Clinkz, so he's not following me. He decides to follow Batrider for some reason and kill him. And at the same time, I'm just like ulti and kill him. I see Ursa coming in, but I still have a stun ready, so I don't really mind. I still have like magic stick. And in the bottom lane in the meantime, top lane in the meantime, for some reason, Lich just died, and Tusk died as well. So they killed Vengeful Spirit. But we take the tower, we take 2 kills, and we also defend the middle tower, we get kills as well there. So it's basically the enemies throwing the game very, very hard there. Ursa is not even considering going for Roshan anymore because it's too risky. And at that point I'm just sitting in mid lane. I'm not really sure of what to do because people wanted to go for Roshan, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I guess technically we could go for Roshan, but I'm not going to be able to do anything as a Lion. So we see that Vengeful Spirit and me are just staying around. We see that Drow Ranger is getting attacked, and for some reason she doesn't use Gust as soon as possible. So that was pretty bad. I was spamming silence at that point, and she said okay, so she used it. We stunned the Ursa, we killed the Ursa, and the ultimate comes in. Drow Ranger gets a back proc, and she died. But we get the Ursa and the return kill, and we also get the Clinkz in the return kill. So here we see that they are actually trying to go in. The arrow unfortunately gets blocked by the Mud Golem. At that point, I have no mana, so I'm starting to drain. Now I see that I have enough mana for a stun. We didn't notice Visage here, so we were starting to attack Visage. And there he goes, she died. But the problem is I didn't think he would have died so early, so I used the Earth Spike. And I missed a kill on Lich because of that, because I wasted the Earth Spike on the dead Visage. Thankfully I had enough with the Magic Stick for Hex, otherwise I would have died to, I think, the Tusk. He still deals a lot of damage. And here we say, okay, so we can, I think we can get Ursa. Lich decides to, Drow decides to go on Lich. For some reason she doesn't Gust. And Ursa just gets killed by a Chain CC. So Drow Ranger, I think she's not very used to using silence. Thankfully Lich didn't turn around to blast me in the face, otherwise I think I would have been pretty much dead at that point. And now they want to go for Roshan. So at first I was like, Mirana is very low on HP, it's very risky. We don't have a sentry ward. If Clinkz comes in, it's going to be free kill onto the Mirana. Although he would die right after, but and I'm here like I don't have any mana. Roshan doesn't have any mana bar anymore. But since we have double aura, the damage we output is insane. See, plus 98. Even me, I'm at plus 40 just from the aura, the Drow aura. And when Vengeful Spirit comes in, you're gonna see like Vengeful Spirit is plus 62, and she has Ring of Basilius. That's the only thing she has for damage. I'm at plus 62, so plus 60 as well, plus 67 in fact, thanks to the upgraded aura. So Clinkz just get his arcade right now, and that's actually a good item for him at that point, because he really wants to force fights and get some pick off. But at that point, I see Vengeful Spirit getting killed. I blink. I just got the blink dagger as well, and there is the Visage just going down immediately. I get silenced. I'm running away. I have a magic wand, so it's fine. And then I turn around. I just zap Ursa straight in the face. He's level 7 only, and he dies. And at that point, I'm like, fuck the birds, the birds, the birds, the birds, and then I die to a ice shard because ice shards. Random arrow flying in. And at this point, we see like 3 dead, 4 dead here. We lost our initiator and 1 support, and our core is still alive basically, so it's fine. I got the Blink Dagger at the same time as Bad Rider, because Bad Rider, as I said, is having a terrible game, so I have more farm than he does. I have Magic Wand, I have Blink Dagger, I have Tranquil Boots, he has Brown Boots, Blink Dagger, a Bottle, and a Ring of Regen. So there I was explaining the reason, this is the reason why I like Lion so much, is if you have a good start as a Lion, if you have a very good start as a Lion, this is what happens. Your ultimate, your stun, and everything, basically every spell that you have is so good to help, and for some reason Mirana decides to go and suicide. So at that point I'm like, guys, what the hell are we doing? And people just die there. So Vengeful Spirit dies, and Drow Ranger actually gets out, and she doesn't use the Gust again because she's not used to playing the hero, I guess. So what am I doing? At that point I'm counter pushing bottom because there was a huge creep wave, and then I decided to go back to middle to help. I was a little bit scared because I was like, if Clinkz follows me and just kills me alone, and then I see him top lane, so I'm like, it's fine. And Clinkz is not even doing a great job at killing people alone, so it's no problem here. For some reason, he's bad. He's blinking away, so that's fine. For some reason, he didn't use Firefly to just go there. That could have been like zoop, and then the Clinkz can't do anything about it. And we decide here that we can... Whoa, what the hell? Oh yeah, that's okay. So Clinkz apparently is still searching for Bad Rider, which is losing a lot of his time. For some reason, he's really wanting that kill. We decide to go for the middle tower. I'm warding here. As usual, when you're pushing a tower, as in your support, you have a ward. You want to ward behind the tower. You want to see what's happening behind the tower, so you know what's if they're trying to go in or not. So here we're gonna have a freebie. We see that Visage coming in, so we swap, we kill. There we go, and then we get the tower. So at that point, people are like, yeah, push, 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 and I'm like, not so sure. We are going to see another freebie here, and Clinkz is actually here. Pings are going to come out. And I see that, I'm like, oh crap, quickly catch Clinkz. I stun, I actually catch him. He was out of range, so we just use a smoke, we kill him, and at that point, everyone is like, we have to push, we can push, we have Aegis, we have everything. I'm going to go and buy my point booster and drain some mana back from the creep to go back to the fight. So you can see here, I'm just going there, I'm just drinking the mana away, and then I'm going to come back. So at that point we're pressuring Batrider so he can actually go and use his ultimate someone, because we already know that Clinkz is dead, and he's pretty much the major damage dealer at that point, because Ursa just can't even get near to us. So we see that Lich is here, Lich get caught, Lich get killed, that's good. Then Visage is going to get caught, and Visage is going to get killed. I'm going to get stunned. I go too far up the field because I wanted to give vision, and I get killed by Ursa on the little ledge there because I'm blocked by the creeps. So we still get the tower. Drow Rangers still have the Aegis, so at that point it's still pretty safe. And again, they're going to make some mistakes there. So we see that Tusk get caught, Tusk get killed. Clinkz is just not doing anything at that point, and this is where the enemy just said GG, and from there on it's pretty much just a quick push to victory. So what happened in this game? What happened in this game, and how did we manage to win that hard? First, we did not let the Lich farm passively. So what happened is, if you just pull and pull and pull and pull against the Lich, your support is not going to get anything first. That's your carry is not going to get anything first, because as I said, the problem about Lich is he can blast you in the face and still get mana. And the second problem is he can eat his own creeps, which make your carry even less, getting even less experience in gold. So we need to be aggressive on Lich. Thankfully, Lion is very aggressive as a support. It's not something like, let's say, an Abaddon, which is not going to do anything. And Vengeful Spirit also holds her own as a aggressive, aggressive hero. The Wave of Terror really helps in reducing the armor so that Drow Ranger can hit very hard on Lich. And this is pretty much it. So top lane went very well for us. Middle lane went wishy-washy. Apparently, nothing really happening there. Tusk got us some farm, and Mirana got some farm. Neither of them actually farmed that well. So there's nothing interesting here. And bottom lane was also very good for them. But Clinkz did a couple of bad mistakes, which was, like following heroes. He didn't get anything done, in fact. Clinkz didn't get anything done with his Orchid, which came pretty late for someone who had free farm. And our team fight was just, better. Ursa died to the Roshan, which is very bad as well. And we have the double aura, which means, and all range heroes. Vengeful Spirit did a very good job with Sentry Ward, so we can catch the Clinkz. And I also had a lot of farm, so I had the Blink Dagger very quickly. So overall, it's just a better team play from our part than from their part. And in terms of team play, in terms of composition, I don't think Ursa plus Tusk plus Clinkz. These two heroes are just straight on physical damage. And Ursa, he was in jungle. That means he's not gonna get a lot of gold as opposed to an Ursa on lane. And that also means he is, getting... he's not gonna get that Blink Dagger anytime soon, etc. So here I'm just going for a hunt. I'm gonna get Aghanim Scepter, zapping up Ursa. Ursa just lost half of his HP, and then at that point it's just tower diving and fountain diving and everything. So this is the game that you almost missed, which was not so interesting as to, it was not close, but interesting as to why I like picking Lion. And this is exactly the reason why. It's just tons of CC, tons of damage, and you actually can carry game pretty easily with an early lead as a Lion support. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!